Guys, so I know this is my third video here on YouTube, but my channel is relatively new, so I thought I might as well introduce myself. So here goes. Okay, so my name's Cami, I'm 15, and this channel I plan to use mostly about things that I think people should have more insight into, be it worldwide issues like the war in Africa, or just general things right here at home, or about people that I think people should have more insight to. So that's that. And I'm sorry if it bothers you when people touch their hair a lot, but I tend to bother my hair because it just bothers me. So I apologize beforehand for that. Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about self-esteem because I think it's an issue that is worth discussing so people really get it a little bit more than they do. So, whether you're a girl or whether you're a guy and you have girl friends, yes, friends that are girls, you might hear them say a lot like, I'm fat, or I'm ugly, or hell, you might even hear guys say that. And a lot of people think like, oh, they're just being over dramatic and such, but I don't want to be general, but a lot of the times that isn't the case. A lot of the times there's something deeper in there that you just really just don't know about the person. So yeah, so self-esteem is something that, for me, I guess, it gets kind of personal. As a girl, I feel like all around me, society just kind of distorts the image of beauty. Like, if you're not a size 2, if you don't have big boobs, a tiny stomach, like tiny waist, flat stomach, nice clean shaven legs, then perfect hair, makeup, then you're not beautiful. And that's wrong. Because, natural beauty is the best kind of beauty. Girls who wear no makeup at all and just look great, because that's what makes you look great. If you smile, you look wonderful. You can be wearing the most expensive makeup in the world and be frowning, and you won't look good, because your smile, your inner beauty, that's what really makes you beautiful. Not the brand of clothes you wear, not how much makeup you have on. That's just not it. And I just feel like I should talk about bullying too while I'm at it, because bullying affects self-esteem, so bear with me. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna get personal here so you guys can actually judge or not judge, but see things from a different perspective. Okay, so in 5th grade, up until 5th grade, I guess you could say, I was hyper, loved candy, loved playing imaginary games with my friends, pretty much just your average 10-year-old. And then in 5th grade, everything sort of changed. My friends, my classmates, decided that they were going to be funny and say stuff. So all of a sudden, they started calling me names like Mustache Man, Unibrow, Fat, Ugly, Maria Gorilla. And I know most of them didn't realize the effect their words had. I know most people, when they're bullying, some of them, well, I don't want to say most, but some of them don't realize what they're doing. But the fact is, when you make that sort of comment to someone, even if they keep smiling, even if they act like everything's okay, sometimes, a lot of the times, it really isn't. You can damage someone's perception of themselves. Because when you hear that day in and day out, you hate yourself, or at least you hate your physical attributes, and you wake up every morning wondering, why couldn't I have been born into a more beautiful body? Why can't I have a thinner face? Why do I have to be so chubby? It's another thing they picked on me for. Why do I have to have fuzz right here? Why do I have to have fuzz right here? Why am I fat? And for a while, I was completely just destroyed inside because I could not, I'm 100% serious when I say this, I could not walk past a mirror without flinching and turning away because I hated myself, or I hated the looks of myself that much. And not even the looks, because after a while I started to hate the inside parts of me because I somehow believed that the inside just made myself even more ugly. It doesn't really make sense, but it took me 4 years to be able to walk past a mirror and be okay with myself. Even now, I have days where I just feel like the ugliest thing on the face of this planet. And it's horrible. And I never want to make someone else feel like that, because when everyone gangs up on you, when everyone calls you fat, when everyone calls you ugly for years, it's not funny anymore. I know you're trying to be witty or look cool to your friends, but it's not funny or cool. It's just hurtful. So even if you say it jokingly, like to your friend, oh, you're fat, ha ha ha, you don't know inside that she might take your comment to heart, go home that night, look at herself in the mirror and say, you're ugly, you're fat, people tell it to you, and then start to believe it. Because after a while, hearing everything that people say like that, you start to believe it. And it just, like I said, it destroys you inside and out. It ruins your self-esteem. It makes it to the point where you can't hear someone say, oh, you're so pretty, because automatically your brain rejects it, and you find yourself saying, no, I'm not, without even thinking about it. And then most of the time, that person will react by saying, oh my god, you're fishing for compliments, or stop, you just want everybody to tell you that you really are. When in reality, the reason people do that, the reason I do that, is because that's how I really feel. Because after hearing you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless for such a long time, I believed it. The kids you say that to believe it. Any person who hears it for a long enough time will believe it. So that's why, I know this is gonna sound really cheesy, but be the change you want to see in the world. Really. If you hate that people call other people fag or retarded, stop calling other people fag and retarded. Show people what it is like not to be that way. Don't call people fat. Don't hate on them. Don't tease them. Don't bully them. Even if you look cool. Because in the end, people won't think back a couple years to go, oh, it was so cool when so-and-so pushed that girl into the trash can or canned her or whatnot. They won't think that. They'll think that person was a jerk. And then they'll think that girl who stood up for her, or that guy who stood up for her, that person I admire. So, really just don't bully other people. Don't say mean things, because you really just don't. The people you see smiling every day, you really don't know what they're thinking inside. Thanks for watching, guys.